What is going on? Welcome to Ruu S Room, where we get into the nitty gritty of the artists and creatives in the scene. I am Ruu, aka the Culture Black Kid, and today we have A.Girl. She is a Maori hip hop R&B artist and singer songwriter out of Western Sydney, and the host of the Triple J Hip Hop Show, which you can tap into every Thursday from 9 to 11 p.m. A.Girl, how you doing? Like for real, for real. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, actually.
I'm
Life
glad.
is good. I'm up. Everything feels really good. Everything's moving at a nice pace. Not too fast, not too slow. I can't complain.
Nice, nice. Love that. A good balance.
Yeah,
A good balance to
for now.
yes, no, 100%, 100%, because it could switch up like
100%. And it's
like
always when you
this.
speak on it, as soon as you speak on it, like,
It's
everything's
like
good.
it's yeah, no, it completely switches. Oh my goodness. As I just mentioned, the hip hop show. It's been about a month and a bit
Yep.
since you have now stepped into this as the full-time presenter. How has the experience been so far?
It's been crazy. It's been like, I keep saying to everybody for the longest time, because I've been at it for so long being an artist, for the longest time I've come into like radio stations, ABC in
Yep,
general.
yep.
And coming in and being on the other side of the desk, like just coming in for the interview, in, out, on the
Mhm.
bow.
Mhm.
That's all I know of like radio.
Yeah.
Now I'm on this side of the desk, and it's like shit. There is so much behind what goes on, what happens,
Mhm.
how things are curated, the ins and outs of stuff. But it's been a learning journey.
Mm.
Everybody's been really nice. Everybody's been really supportive, and just being like, look, if you need any help on this and that, no one's expecting me to like get it straight away
Yep.
type shit,
No,
which is
100%.
what I was so scared of. I remember when I first got offered the job, I was like to my mom, this is like a corporate ass
Yeah,
job.
you're like, am I supposed to?
Yeah, what a suit and tie, like what am I supposed to do? So yeah, no, it's been great. I've been loving every second of it. Living and learning through it. Yeah, I
Yeah,
love it.
no, for sure, for sure. And speaking of the hip hop show, I just have a couple more questions before we get into the meat and potatoes of what we are really here to do, which is get to know you a little bit more. Um, who are some local artists that you have loved to platform so far?
Oh mate, I have the fact that like this is my job,
Mm-hmm.
and like I literally got to sit behind a desk and just find new people.
Mm-hmm.
It's so great for myself as an artist as well, because I feel like I very much just like bury my head in the sand sometimes,
Yep, yep.
as we do. But Fisheye has been, oh my god,
Amazing.
oh my god, I'm literally obsessed. I try as much as I can to not just play them 24/7, because I feel like I'm doing
Facts.
like favoritism. But I've just loved them. Found out about them at the office actually. Somebody just brought them up, and I
Mm-hmm.
was like, West Sydney, uh, R&B hip hop.
Yep.
Sorry, why am I
You're
not
like.
tuned in? Why am I not locked in like right now? So love them.
Mm-hmm.
All Black LB on my radar as well.
Yep.
Been seeing him, been heard about him,
Yep.
but never really tapped in.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously with all the time that I have at the office and shit, and it being my job to kind of
Yeah, for sure,
do that.
for sure.
Loving everything he does. Just found out about a group he's into.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? There's been a few, but like there's been a lot actually.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like I've been a sponge and just soaking up everything.
For sure.
But off the top of my head, those are like my favorites.
Yeah.
So.
Both fire, both absolute fire. And my final part of this is maybe a cliche question alert, but we'll see. Who are three, like your top three hip hop show interview, like goal interviews,
Oh,
local and international?
local and international.
Yep.
Local, Planet Fadida.
Yep.
For sure.
Yep.
They're just doing so much
Mm-hmm.
for the community.
Mm-hmm. Just
For
dropped the
their
album as
people.
well.
Yeah,
Yep.
just dropped an album
Yep.
that is absolutely fire.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, them, and just because I have a personal connection with them too, I
For
feel
sure.
like it would be an interview that would just be like listening to homies speak,
Yeah.
but gold, and dropping knowledge.
For sure.
And just
For sure.
speaking on things that I feel like people are not sure of yet.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? Planet Vegeta internationally as well.
Yep. So
Weekend.
yes, no, yeah,
Ah!
yeah.
Oh my god. The Weekend. I've been manifesting this since I was like 12 years old.
Mhm.
Ever since I discovered House of Balloons. So that just has to happen, because there's no way. I've been speaking about it for like my whole life. So
No, for sure.
Weekend for sure. I feel like I would love to chat to Barker.
I think that'll be a fire conversation. Yeah.
Every time we do get to linking up, which is obviously only within work, like
Yep.
at gigs or events and stuff, even if it's just in passing, me and her are always on the deepest of levels of conversations.
Yep. Yep.
And she's just the funniest cunt. I fucking love her. She's crack up. Like, I love how she trolls everybody online. I love how she trolls all her little haters. I just think she's the funniest person.
And finally, before we get into, again, the meat and potatoes, obviously I mentioned hip-hop R&B artist, so well known. Goodness, like we don't even need to get into all the amazing things you have done behind the mic. But yeah, what is happening on the music side of things?
Oh, the music side of things is very in the vault
Mm,
right now.
yeah.
For lots of reasons, for more reasons than one.
Mm-hmm.
Main one just being life is really life.
Yeah.
If I'm being as real as
Mm-hmm.
I can be,
Yeah.
which is what I do. I feel like my whole life I've really struggled with my mental health. And
For sure.
I feel just recently I've gone into a place, like I was saying before, where it's really balanced.
Yep.
Everything just feels really good at a nice, set, calm pace. But this is my first time being in a place like this. So I'm sitting in it. I'm trying to figure it out still.
Yep.
It gets very scary when I feel like it's kind of tipping this way or that way. So just figuring out how to figure those things out before popping off, because I just know with my experience within myself and friends who are in the music industry, once you pop off, there's no slowing the fucking...
No.
You don't get to stop.
It's go.
It's go time. So I think I'm just preparing myself for go time.
For sure. Now that makes sense. Obviously you had your like a show at the end of last year where you kind of like was like, here's some of the, let me give you a little bit of a sneak peek, and then it seems like, people were probably like, yo, okay, it's time.
Oh my god,
it's time.
Biggest everywhere I go. Hey girl, I haven't seen you in ages. Blah, blah, blah. How are you? Then the first question to follow up is, when are you dropping?
Yeah.
Oh, lad, I'm sick of it.
It's
please.
like Thursday, 9 to 11 p.m.
Literally. Just trying to fill my creative plate with other things, so that I can give as much as I can, while still filling my own cup.
Yeah.
But I promise, I pinky swear promise. Don't come for my neck. I am going to drop, and it's going to be hectic. I do want to drop a mixtape rather than like just singles or an EP. And I think an album comes later on when you've defined and refined everything.
Yep.
So yeah, a mixtape for sure, because there's so much that I have that I need to give, that I want to give, that I want people to hear. That people want to hear, but I just don't want it to be called my debut album.
Yeah.
And,
yeah. It's a lot of pressure. Yeah.
I always loved mixtapes. You know, like, and I think it's a very rapper thing to do. I feel like I move as a rapper as much as I am an R&B singer.
Yep.
So yeah, dropping like a rapper, but singing like
Nah, I get you.
princess.
I love that. Well, let's get to know a little bit more of that. So what I've asked A.Girl to do is do a little bit of homework and take it back to primary school days. And hopefully she has brought some things. But if not, that is all good. Hopefully we get a dope story to go with it. Anyway, so let's get into that right now. And my first question to you is, what is something that represents who you are as a person?
Big question. Massive question. And I think my only answer to that can sum it all up in like one go is my culture. I love
For sure.
being Māori.
Yeah.
I'm a proud Māori. I was born and raised and always know my culture. My mother and my grandparents always made sure that I was in touch with who I am and where I'm from, even though I was born and raised in Australia.
Yep.
I went back home to Aotearoa as much as I could. And I did kapahaka growing up. And for those who don't know, that's just like a cultural, like, group practice thing. It's kind of like, it's like doing the haka, but like every day.
Yep.
But there's more to it. It's just the best white way that I could explain it.
Yep.
It's the white way.
That's funny. I love that.
But yeah, I'm definitely very proud of who I am, where I'm from, who came before me. And my mother always makes sure to let me know. And it's hard, you know, being born and raised in Australia. I feel like anybody who is born and raised outside of their homeland can relate. Like, you go back home, or you talk to your family back home, or you talk to anybody who grew up in your homeland, and they're just like, you know, you're so plastic, you didn't get it, you never grew up with it, rah, rah, rah. Fuck y'all.
Yeah.
Because no, I did the best we did the best that we could with what we had, and I feel very much still in tune. You can't take away my blood. You
For
can't
sure.
take away what it is that I come from. Would I like to be in tune and tapped in? 100%.
Mhm.
But we live, we try.
Of course.
I live here, and I couldn't imagine myself living back home. To be honest, it's just a
Mm.
different world over there.
Yeah.
But very blessed to be Maori, very blessed to be connected to my culture, and I'll say that that's definitely what makes me me.
No, for sure, for sure. And I totally understand that sentiment, especially being black, growing up and being born and raised here, and again, not being able to visit South Africa as much as I wish, but still being like, no, but I love my culture and I want to learn more. I'm not, I'm not the perfect,
Yeah,
of my culture. However, there's also many like small details of it, the good and the bad, that I'd love to learn. And I'm wondering, seeing as you said, you'd love to still keep living here, but if you've thought about it, do you feel like going back home in the latter part of your life will be something that you would want to do?
100%.
Yeah.
I love home from where my family's originally from, where our tribe is from, is top of the North Island, and it's beautiful up there. Every time I visit, it's just like no phone, no internet,
Yep.
no connection. You're hunting and fishing for your own shit. You're cooking your own shit.
Yep.
You're making your own clothes. Town is like,
Yeah.
town ain't even like you don't even talk about town. Town is like the next house over, and you are going over there for dinner and stuff. So, I would love to go there when inshallah, when I have like kids inside a family. I would love to raise a family there, like up in farmland. That's one of my biggest goals. But as like my family, like as my kids get older and stuff, I would still love to travel the world with them.
For sure.
And show them the world. But
For sure.
would I settle back home? Maybe. Maybe.
No, for sure. And
West Sydney is home though.
100%. That's the area, bro. Like,
10%.
oh, you can leave Western Sydney, but you're never gonna. Western Sydney ain't gonna leave you.
Never.
Nah, for sure. All right, let's keep it moving. Number 2. What is your favorite sentimental gift that you have received from someone?
My favorite gift, sentimental gift that I've ever gotten. This might be so stupid. I don't know.
Who cares? It's your gift. Yeah, exactly.
My brother, when I was like starting off doing music, my brother's very good at gifting. He's a very thoughtful person in general. But I think I was like 12 years old. He must have been like 8, 7. But I remember I was just slowly getting into music and developing myself and gigging. And I was in a reggae band at this time. And my brother would always come to my gigs.
Yep.
First person at the front. Always lining up, just being like, I love my sissy. I love what she's doing.
fire.
Supported me from the get-go. That is my number one fan. I don't care what no one says. No one else can beat my brother. But he, for my birthday, brought me a busking license. And I remember just before my birthday, I had... we were in the city so much for gigs, and I had told my mom, like, oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Like, people just go out in the street and, like,
Just sing.
perform.
Yeah.
And like, I want to do that so bad. And she was like, I think you need a license. I was like, you need a license? You can't just pull up on the street and just, like, start singing? Like, what?
Yeah.
And then I was just like, I kind of threw it in the back of my mind. My brother must have just remembered that conversation. Yeah, he got it for me for my birthday. And I just remember thinking to myself, like, I just love this little kid.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
For sure. And you said you were older.
Yeah.
That's wow. That's crazy. That's amazing.
And I gigged almost every day. As much as I could with my guitarist. Shout out my guitarist MJ. And we were on Pitt Street, we were in Parramatta. We made coin.
Okay.
Too. Yeah.
Okay.
And I always made sure to give at least like 10% of what I earned
Amazing.
to my brother.
For sure.
There would be no way I'd be performing if I didn't have the license. But yeah, I just thought it was the cutest gift. I spoke about it once, threw it in the back of my mind.
Yep.
Months later, he was like, "Oh, I remember that conversation. Here you go." And I was just like, "Bro, when I'm up,
Yeah. No facts. Is there a moment like recently where it's like it seems like it's been consistent, but like where it's like, yep, still riding, still
My brother?
yeah, 1000%.
Fucking every gig, every photo shoot, even this, like
Yeah.
coming here today, he was
Yeah.
just like, "So what is it? Can I follow him on Instagram? So what time does it come out?" My brother is always, I'm telling you, every time I meet someone who's like, "I remember when that." Shut the fuck up. respectfully, love ya. But my brother is number one. Always
Shout
tuning
out.
into my hip hop shows. Always asking about how my photo shoots went.
Mm,
Even when I'm at photo shoots, he's just like, "Sissy, I got you water. I got you this." I fucking
amazing.
I love that guy.
I love that.
Shout out to you, my bro. I love you.
I love that. I love that. And don't ever tell you that a gift like that is cheesy or
Yeah,
no, that's some bullshit, man. Like,
I
nah.
think it was just because it was so long ago. I was trying to think, do I have anything recent? Like, yeah, but like that one sticks in my mind all the time.
I love that. That's a great one. That's probably one of my favorite ones that I've heard.
Her.
No, for sure. All right, number 3. What's the first album that you ever bought or received?
Okay, so technically,
Yep.
this was like a family group decision.
Yep,
It
yep.
was Drake's "Nothing Was the Same."
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting family decision for
know.
sure.
My family is very tapped in musically as much as I am.
Mhm.
If I don't know anything, I'll ask either one of them, and they got it. But yeah, that was our first decision. We didn't buy the explicit version,
Mhm.
so we got this version that just cut out all the swear words.
Mhm.
And I remember first hearing the album with all the swear words, and I was like, "That's what he says? Oh, okay." But I would say the first album I got, that I discovered, that I fell in love with, and purchased with my own money, was Trilogy, The Weeknd.
Yep.
I love that album. I love everything about him. I discovered him at an age where I had no business listening to that.
Yeah, no.
What am I relating to? No,
Oh,
but-
the Weeknd is a wild listen.
I
If
know,
you,
at 12, 13, it was
Oof.
crazy too. And the things he was talking about back then, it wasn't no Starboy, it wasn't
wasn't polished and nah.
It was very raw. It was very hood.
Nah.
It was very, very not for my ears. But yeah, I fell in love with him from young. Luckily for me and my mum got to travel to London when I was about 14, and we seen him live at the O2. This is when he was touring
Crazy.
Kissland, and
Oh,
it just
wow.
came out. So yeah,
That'd have been crazy.
It was a crazy time.
Yeah.
In Australia, I felt like I was the only one at the time. I couldn't relate to anybody. I was like, The Weeknd. Like, who? The what? And like, I was just like, wow, what the hell? Went to London, and it's like a sea of people who know and love this guy, and I was like, my people.
Oh, I find the community.
So, yeah, felt so good about that.
No,
Love
for
that
sure.
album.
For sure. And what are your favorite songs from in each of those projects?
Nothing Was the Same. The Motion.
Yeah, you talked about on the hip hop show, but yes.
Yeah, that is my song. That is my like rap it word for word. But everything about everything he says lyrically in that song is so true, like so fucking true. So I just relate to that one so much. Tuscan Leather as well. Love that.
One of the best openers.
Yeah, honest.
On a Drake album. Goodness.
Honest
yeah.
to God. But the whole album, back to front,
It's fire.
Really,
it's amazing.
Trilogy. Oh. There's not a song that misses. But Rolling Stone for me is a really big one. Love that song. Love the guitar. Love everything about it. The Birds Part 2, not Part 1. Hate Part 1.
Okay.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. You got to be in the right mood.
Yeah,
right place.
You definitely do, but Part 2 all the time.
Okay, amazing. And finally on this question, who are some local artists who you've been rinsing recently?
Again, All Black LP.
Yep.
Please, just get into it. He's amazing. He's crazy. I rinsed that just recently, that Kid Covey. I think he just dropped an album or project. Usually I'm not into the heavy, thick Aussie accent when rapping.
Yep.
Especially when I was younger and it was a thing. I was just like, but I know the bloke, he talks like that every day.
Yeah.
And it just would not make sense if he would have jumped on a track and,
For sure.
you know.
Pull out an American accent or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't do that.
Yeah, no. Disgusting. No.
Yeah. But yeah, been rinsing him. Who else? Oh,
Steven. Ooh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I love him. Older project, I forget what it's called, but it's the one where he's like in water and there's like a thingy. But
I'm looking it up.
Fucking shit explaining. But me and my sister love him. Found out he was from Australia, and I was just like, oh my god, I love you.
Oh no, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, I actually have the craziest like meeting Steven for the first time story, which was I just was at a show at the Gladdy.
Yep.
and I ran into Yao and Tawanda, and they were like, "Yo, you want to come get some food real quick?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Yeah, why not?"
Wait, one important question. Where did
yes.
you get food?
We went to a Thai restaurant in I don't even remember. I was
The Gladdy like the Gladstone, yeah?
yeah.
You didn't go across the Phillies?
I was following them.
Shorty.
Yeah, don't look at me. I just hopped in the that one. Or
Yes,
Otter
that one, yes.
Otter
That the one.
Otter Jenny. I can't even say that. But yeah, and then we're just waiting for the food. I didn't even get any food, and then Steven just walks past, and they're like, "Yo."
Like just like that.
He's just walking past,
Oh
like
my
he had like
God.
shopping or like he just like a plastic bag of just something, and
I love that.
it was just so random.
Him and Lyth are the only person to ever air me in DMs. Just saying. I've messaged you, and you have just left me on delivery. I've never been aired in my life. Very humbling experience. But it doesn't matter. I love you.
Welcome.
It doesn't matter. Yeah,
Welcome.
right?
That's my everyday life. But but Steven is amazing. So amazing. Nah, for sure. Okay, number 4. What is a moment from one of your favorite gigs and sessions?
One of my favorite moments, it wasn't really at the time a favorite moment, but looking back it is. Me and 3 of my homegirls, Shireen, Billy Marie, and B Moon, also known as Sailor Boone, we had linked up to do a session. We went to a specific studio, and we had the studio. No names.
Nope, no names. No names.
But you know who the fuck you are. Anyways, went to a specific studio.
Yep.
Had the studio booked. We walked in, people in our studio.
Mm-hmm.
We said, "Oh, okay, maybe something happened."
Yep.
No, nothing happened. It was just these people were apparently more important. Type shit. And so we were like, okay, but so what do? We've all taken time out of our night, our day to come here, and we would really like to finish our track.
Yep.
We basically got stuck in like a little broom closet with a shitty interface, a shitty mic, and we recorded in a way where it was like we had to wait for next door to stop blasting their music, and every time they had a little break, we'd go, okay, go. And at the time, obviously, we were fuming.
Yeah.
Because we were just like, okay.
Yeah.
So you hate women.
This is
Okay. Sure. Okay. So yeah, get the picture. But we made a fire track out of it. It's all 4 of us. Produced by Shireen.
Yep.
It's fucking crazy.
Is it out right now? I think.
No.
Oh. Okay.
I would love for this one to come out.
Yep.
But, life is life. Everybody's doing their own thing.
Of course.
But yeah, at the time, not funny, not cool. But we made the best of what we had.
Yeah.
Looking back at it now, what a G fucking moment. We said, I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
Stick us in a broom closet with a shitty little mic, shitty little interface. We get it done.
Facts. Still gonna make heat.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
And it's heat. If ever we do drop it, I'll run this clip back, play it.
Yep.
And be
like, you know who you are.
Yeah. But that's one of my favorite moments in sessions at a gig. When I saw you ask me this question, I was like, boom, instantly I know what it is.
Yep.
We were doing, this was my first time doing Big Sound up in Brisbane.
What year, for the record?
2019.
Okay.
Yeah. This is when Tame Impala was just popping up.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So, I did Big Sound, and I was fortunate enough to take a group of my friends who were my makeshift band. But I was just like, this is a moment, you know? And I can finesse it for all of us to go, let's just go travel, do music, and just be fucking amazing, you know? And it was a great time. It was a beautiful time. All childhood friends, like high school friends. It was beautiful. But we get on stage, set's going well. I'm into like my 5th song. I'm introducing my song. I'm like, yeah, so this, that, and I wrote the song when I was 17. It's a heartfelt song, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, let's play it. I turn around to my band to be like, I'm ready.
Yep.
My guitarist dead set. He's played with me the longest since we were bubbers.
Yep.
He looks me in the fucking eye and goes, what's the chords? I said, brother, I don't play. How would I know? All I do is sing. What do you mean, what's the chords? I think we've been doing gigs since we were jits, babies, nappies, concrete. What do you mean, what's the chords? And so I looked at him, took the mic away. I said, you better sort it out. You sort it out right now.
turned around to the crowd and was like, ha ha ha, just talked shit for like, it felt like the longest time of my life. It was like 2 minutes.
Yep.
But he's over there, my bass player. She's like, this, and this. Because she doesn't know
Yeah.
the chords, but
Yeah.
she knows.
She knows the placement. Yeah.
And I'm just there like, I'm on autopilot because I'm with them just being like, fucking idiots. What? Embarrassing me. And then we chuckled, we laughed about it. He yelled, I got it. And then I was just like,
You're just
song.
like,
Play the bloody song. And we got off stage and we all just kind of like silently looked at each other and just went, what's it called? And that was it. That was
and just lost it.
Just
the whole trip.
Yeah, the whole trip, that was it. Anytime he said anything, no, I don't want to eat here. I don't want to go. What's the chords?
Yeah.
Shut up, MJ. Shut up. You don't get to talk. So that was one of my funniest moments. I have these moments though.
No, for sure. For sure.
Definitely.
Oh my goodness. Just being in the moment as like an instrumentalist, again, like you said, since day one.
Yeah, day one.
And it's like he like was buffering.
Honest
like
to God, lagging in real time. And I was just so like, I was like, you lucky I love you.
Yeah.
Lucky I love you.
You gotta hit him with the biggie when he threw the mic at his DJ. But shout out. Still shout out.
Shout out, MJ. Thank you so much.
Oh my goodness. And number 5. What is something that represents your dreams and aspirations within your field?
One word to sum this up. I feel like I've been yapping, but my family. That's every time I look at them, it's the reason, it's the why, it's the determination. It's when I feel like giving up. Literally, just sit in a room, have a chat, have a yarn, have a laugh, have a cry, have a what the fuck ever. But anytime I feel like it's too much or I'm not doing enough, or I'm self-critical of myself, whatever. My family is the biggest. This is why.
For sure. Yeah, no, and you know, it's a simple answer, but at the same time, it's the most again. And you know, you've touched a little bit on your brother, but you know, you always talk about your mom, no matter what, like period, like on mic, off mic. It's always like, I was just yapping with my mom, you know, we're just, chopping it up, samples, whatnot, etc. What's like a core memory of like your mum showing up?
Honestly, I could get so emotional about that. My mum has shown up for me in ways that like no one ever will, ever could, or has ever tried to. Me and my mum, I'm eldest daughter. She's single mum, and it's been like that way since I can remember. So, as much as we get along, and as much as I love that woman and talk about her with so much love, we butt heads like crazy. So there's been times where it's been, don't talk to me, don't come back in my house. You walk out that door, you done. You want to be a big girl. But those moments, honest to God, is when my mom's shown up for me the most. When she said, you want to fucking learn. Because you're going to go out there and realize ain't nobody got you the way that I do. Basically.
For sure.
But my mom has been my rock, proper, and will always be. And she's shown up for me, like I said, in so many different ways. But yeah, I think her tough love has always been my favorite.
Yeah. Nah, for sure.
She's gonna watch this and be like, Cap.
She'll be like, you bullshit.
For real. And she's so real, bro. She's so real. So, I don't know, Mom. You tell me if I'm not, but that's how I feel anyway.
Let us know. Oh, my goodness. But shout out. Shout out to fam. And before we get out of here, let's play a quick game. So, what I'm going to get you to do is build your ultimate collab track. Is going to be... You have been added a couple times on this, so keen for you to drop your one. What you're going to do is it's going to be yourself, 3 other artists, 1 producer, 1 director, 1 videographer, all local.
Okay. Oh my god. Okay, me. All Black LB. 3 artists, right?
Yep.
All Black LB. Boy Soda. Milan Ring.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Producer.
Joy.
Director.
and videographer.
Mm-hmm.
Slipping for both.
Okay. Fire.
Oh my god, I'm so happy with that. Yes.
It's so interesting watching people who have been added, like,
Yeah.
be on the other side and be
Yeah,
like,
no,
wait,
just about-
I got the power now?
Yeah.
That's wild.
I could add so much more. I'm just saying. I
No,
love
it's-
everybody, but like, yeah, that off the top, off the rip, that would be crazy.
Okay. Let's see if that turns
Go for
into
it.
something. No, for sure. Well, A.Girl, thank you so much once again for coming through and, shedding some light on everything, pretty much everything. So here's where I roll out the red carpet for you to let people know what's going on, what's happening, what's coming up, all that.
All that, yeah. Hip hop show, 9 to 11, Thursday. I'll release new music when I get over myself and all of my shit. But it'll happen when it happens. Please fucking wait, because I love you so much. If you've been listening and loving me since day dot, I love you, and I'm dropping. I promise I am. Gigs, yes, sure. You can find that all out on my Instagram, because I'm always forever posting. Shit posting as well. I'm a funny and beautiful girl who's just a girl living in this world, and that's fucking it. Love you, bye.
Oh my goodness. A.Girl, I am Ruu, aka the Culture Black Kid. This is Ruu's Room. I'll catch you next time. Peace.